Hello. Um, I'm making this video because yesterday was the September 11th, and it was the 15th anniversary of the terrorist attacks, and I haven't made a video about that topic. So what I'm going to do is kind of talk about where I was on 9/11, 2001. I was 7 years old and in second grade. I remember in class we were finishing math, and then teacher read us a book. I remember it was Charlotte's Web, and sometimes we would have the books to follow along with, because sometimes she would call on somebody to keep reading, because to see if people are actually paying attention, as opposed to just thinking about other stuff. But I remember we were reading that book for a good portion of when these events happened, and then after that we went back to our seats, and there's like a carpet or something where we went to in second grade, and I just remember that, and we went back to our seats and we're practicing our cursive, and when that happened, our teacher check her emails and stuff and see what was going on with school or whatnot, and apparently then that's when things got a little eerie, as after that the rest of the day was just there was a quiet tone over the entire day. And like when we would go to PE, we'd go to lunch, all the teachers would be kind of conversing with one another. We didn't know what was going on because, we were in elementary school. They don't want elementary school students to know what's going on because, it could be, I guess, traumatizing or something to that effect, or basically worry us or scare us or something like that. So the entire day I had no idea what was going on. None of my friends knew what was going on. We just occasionally see the teachers just whisper to each other, and that was it. Only when we would get home would we know what happened. Went home, turned the TV on, and it was like on the news or something. Like it was like a news channel was the last thing that was on TV before it was turned off like that, or early in the morning. And we came back home. First thing that was on there talking about what had happened. Basically they just wanted our parents to know or to tell us. I guess they thought that was appropriate, as opposed to the teachers telling us what happened. And I guess that I get the reasoning, but the thing was, like, all the teachers were kind of like just talking amongst themselves. All of us had no idea what was going on because they weren't going to tell us. So I don't know if that was actually better or not. Just because they don't want us to be frightened or maybe panic. But when the teachers are talking to themselves to basically make sure that the students that are around them don't know what they're talking about, but it's very clearly obvious that this, like, the students can see the teachers are talking, but we don't know what's going on because the entire day was very eerie, basically. And yeah, my sister was in high school, and I heard like when it was like first, like when the news broke, like, and all the teachers got emails about what was going on about it. Like some of them, like in the history classes, like they turned on the TV and were watching like the first tower, burning with the plane inside, and they watched that for a while, and then they saw like the second plane hit the tower, and now when that happened, they turned the TV off. I remember hearing some stuff like that at some high schools. But yeah, it's one of those days that I will always remember where I was and what I was doing when that happened. People talk about where were you when John F. Kennedy was shot? Because that was an event that people remember. My grandparents remember where they were. My great grandmother even remembers where she was, on that day. My great grandmother is still alive. But this whole that whole day, it was a very sad, unfortunate day as thousands of people died, and rest in peace to them, because there are just sick people in the world. I know I probably, you would have thought I would have done this video yesterday, but I didn't think of it until today, and now I just have some time before the day is over. So I just wanted to come on and say where I was, and, if you were, where were you when 9/11 happened? Do you remember what you were doing, where you were? Things like that usually people do. You know where you were, and it'd be interesting to hear where a lot of people were, what they were doing when, not just when they heard about what happened, but just while it was happening. So yeah, I think I will end it here before I start to ramble on. And yeah, rest in peace to those who died. And until next time. Goodbye.